Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose, and we are so happy you joined us for happy hour. If you are watching the YouTube, I just have to call out. I'm not sure. I have one of those thick headbands in, and the headphones are kind of killing the vibe. So if you guys are looking and thinking I'm looking like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, then you're probably spot on because I got the black turtleneck going. Riley, you look so cute with the bow.
Thanks. Okay, first of all, you don't look like Dwayne The Rock.
I'm giving The Rock. I don't know. Something's feeling weird with the headband and the turtleneck, but it looked better before I put the headphones on.
I think you look gorge.
Oh, wow. Thanks. But
You're welcome.
Anyway, today we are going to get just real and raw with you guys, we feel like, because especially this time of year, but honestly, in general, I feel like people see, like, we get to connect with people on social media. Obviously, that's a blessing. But Riley and I just kind of wanted to talk about the realness of social media and the highs and lows that come with it, things that we do, just like, honestly, just real talk that you would totally have with your girlfriends when you're sitting around having a drink. So we just felt like it was necessary, kind of on our heart. So we're going to dive into that. But I do have to say, Riley, if you're watching on YouTube, she has a really cute little red bow in her braid. And have you seen the trend going around of like adding a bow to everything? Like how do you word it? Like croquet?
Okay, so I have seen that word, but I had no idea that was what it meant. But I know the trend, like bows this season specifically are everywhere, which I am here for it. I hope it stays forever. But yes. I had no idea what that word meant. And now I'm putting it together when you told me.
Well, like I'm just seeing everything, like it'll be something totally like random or like an adult thing you have to do or medicine or I don't know. I've just seen the weirdest thing. And then it's like, but you put a bow on it and all of a sudden it's like, I don't fully understand it, but I feel like that trend is made for you because you like, you've always been on the bow life.
I mean, my wedding dress had a big ass bow on it.
Oh my gosh, that was so iconic. And the bridesmaid dresses, that was so cute how you tied that in.
I think like so naturally just my brain is like, I just love bows. I don't know.
They are so cute. I wish I could have done the bow trend on the Christmas tree. How cute is that?
So cute. Those ornaments you sent me from Target. I didn't end up getting them because I'm learning to say no to myself, but I want them so bad.
I know. I also saw, which again is just feeding. This honestly is so funny because this is what we're talking about today on the episode. But I also saw it was like very similar bows to the style of the bows on the really trendy heels from last season. And this girl like bought just like a bunch of those bow pins and was like adding them to her sweaters and to her hats and to like everything. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I need that because it makes anything look elevated or festive or fancy. But again, I also said no. Proud.
Oh my gosh. So proud of you. Look at us.
Look at us. But what's in your cup tonight? I haven't even asked.
Okay, so speaking of bows, I actually have added a bow to my wine glass.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Doesn't that make you want to host a dinner party?
It does. It really does. Do you want to come over?
I will be right there. I'm sad. That is so cute.
Yeah, it really just makes me happy. I feel like I'm going to add bows to all my glasses now. I did want to mention, though, the wine that's inside of my glass. It's a Chardonnay. And the brand is my new obsession, Wander and Ivy. I actually brought the little bottle with me too to show you guys. Cool. It's like wine that comes in single serve bottles. So you don't have to open a whole bottle if you want just a single glass of wine. And I think it's genius.
That is so smart. Oh my gosh. It's cute too. It doesn't look like a typical wine glass. Is this your first time trying the brand?
So I've tried it in the past, but I like recently remember that it exists. And I'm like, why do I not have literally a subscription to this brand? Because you know those days when you just want a glass of wine, but you're like, I don't want to open a whole bottle. So it's just perfect. And the grapes are organic. There's no added sugar. So I think it's a win-win for us here at Drinks on Us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds amazing. You know, I tend to lean towards champagne when I'm like in the mood for quote unquote wine. I know champagne isn't wine, but when I can find a single serve of like La Marca or something, I always gravitate towards that because it does stink. Like you don't want to waste the whole bottle.
Right, exactly. So that is what is in my cup, but what's in yours?
Yum. Okay, so you guys will see this on the Happy Hour Club in the near future. It is a little melted since because I filmed before this, but it was this festive. Oh my gosh, it's kind of like a little fuzzy now on the show, but you guys will see the real deal on Instagram. It's basically just I froze. Well, I'm not going to spoil it actually. It's just a festive mocktail that is very Christmassy, and then I just before we got up here added in a little caffeine free fizz to it because I felt like I needed a little bit more flavor because the sparkling water I added wasn't overly flavorful. But it's just like a festive mocktail for a long story short.
It looks so cute. I can't wait to hear the recipe on Happy Hour Club.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what? I am going to miss the festive cocktail mocktail trend that we're on right now. Like, is it not appropriate to do that come January?
I feel like we just won't be as excited to do it because it's like, I feel like even now I get sad when Christmas is over. It's like there's so much build up and lead up to it, and then it's like kind of sad.
I know. And I was thinking too, when this episode airs, I don't even know what day it is, but like it's already in mid-December. Like it is so fast. That's why I wrote on my Instagram the other day about needing Christmas season to be longer. It's not long enough.
I know. I think I'm understanding now why people decorate in literally October.
Thank you.
I still don't think I'm going to take part in that.
I saw Alex Cooper talking about how she really wishes the Christmas season was longer. And she was like, it's so unfair. I feel like we have to rush through everything. So I proposed to my fiance that we put the tree up in September and then just add pumpkins around it during October. And she was like joking around. But I was like, honestly, that to me is like the saddest part. It's just like everything is so happy and festive. Like the lights that you're driving around, all that kind of stuff. It's like you don't have enough time to soak it in.
I know, it's so true. But I think that's what makes it so exciting is just because it's a quick, short time. And so it makes us so happy. So I feel like if it was longer, we'd be like maybe not feeling
That's true.
I don't know. It's just something to think about.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a very exciting week coming up. You're about to head to Vegas. I want to hear all about it. I know, obviously, so much will. Do you hear Rin?
No, is he playing so hard?
He's playing so hard, you guys. This is like, I prepped him before we started filming. I'm like, this is one of our last times doing this before you get a little break from being cooped up in this room. So please be good. And of course, he's not listening. He like,
Wait,
do you hear him? He's having a full play session by himself. Like one great thing about this dog is he'll play by himself, like a full show. He doesn't need another dog or entertainment.
He is having the time of his life right now. It's so cute.
He is. But anyways, I'm so sorry. I want to hear all about Vegas. Like, what do you guys have planned to do? How's the outfit journey coming? I'm so excited for you.
Okay, so the outfit journey is coming. I had to get a pair of pants altered for one of my outfits, and I was supposed to pick them up today. And my alteration girl was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm sick. I can't. You can't come pick them up today," which is totally fine. But I'm wondering if I will ever get them before we leave. So stay tuned for that. It's really cute. It's like a sparkly pant with a sparkly matching blazer.
Oh,
so
Vegas.
It's one of the. Yeah, I'm like so excited about the outfit, but I'm like, I don't want to ask her because she's really sick, but I'm also like, do I need to get a backup outfit? So that's that on that.
Does she know that you're leaving? Like it's for an event you're leaving for?
Yeah, I told her when I needed them by.
Okay.
So I have a little buffer and I'm hoping she's okay. Like that's first priority.
Yeah.
But second priority is my outfit. So we'll keep you updated there. But as far as itinerary, so my mom planned the whole thing. This is Kendall's 21st birthday bash. And it's really showing who the favorite child is because I didn't get a Vegas birthday bash for my 21st.
Yeah. But I'm just saying I did too when I was 21. I think it's a youngest thing.
I think it's the youngest thing. And like now that we're all 21, we can all take part in it. So she's like the last one to turn.
Yes.
But yeah, we're going to go to a show. We have some fun dinners planned. She got us like, I'm pretty sure bottle service somewhere. I'm like, Mom, there's no way you're going to the club, right? She's like, oh no, it's just for the kids.
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to see the content that only makes it through to me and not on social, but like I feel like Kendall's going to be living her best life. I'm excited to see her outfits too. I feel like she'll come up with something good.
I know. She always slays. She's a mysterious queen, though. I don't know what any of her outfits are.
So is she coming home before you guys, like, are you flying as a family?
Yeah, we're going to fly out together. It's actually really fun. She's going to come home and she's going to come to my house. And my neighbor actually has a mobile spray tan business. So my neighbor's going to come over and spray us. And if anyone in the Pittsburgh area is looking for someone to spray them, I will give you her contact information. She's so awesome.
That's actually amazing because I don't know if before, I just remember during your wedding when I was with you and you had to drive like an hour to get sprayed. I mean, your spray was amazing, but like that was a commitment.
I know. So guys, the night before my wedding, Rose and Blanks, you guys stayed at my house, right? And then we drove to the venue together. And I was like, I need to go get my spray tan. And it was because I don't have any places near me. Well, I used to not have a place near me that was like good. And I know the one I got for my wedding was like organic and I just trusted the place. But you're right. It was like an hour away. You and Blaine were along for the ride.
Oh, I loved every second of it. But like next door neighbor, that is so much more convenient.
Yeah. So now I get sprayed in my basement in Cade's man cave. It's great.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, that's so fun. So you guys are going to do that and then jump on your flight on Friday?
Yeah, so we leave Friday morning and we actually come home Sunday night. We're on a red eye. So I have to work on Monday and I just am going to be rocked, I feel.
Hopefully you sleep on the plane ride, which like helps some of it. I'm so excited. I'm sure you're going to go to like the cutest restaurants. I feel like Vegas has such cute, fun, like girly vibe restaurants.
I know. I'm excited. And I feel like trips like this, like even summer vacations, it's just like the memories that you're able to look back on. It's just going to be so much fun. Like we are always going to talk about Kendall's 21st birthday trip for as long as we live. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll take you guys along on the content.
I was going to say, we are excited to see the content and I hope you guys have the best time. So that's so exciting. That's like a first, like I feel like your first trip as a family for, I don't know, I feel like Vegas is just like a different experience with your family.
Yes, I feel like we are going to bond in a whole new way. Vegas, I feel like we're not going to sleep. It's going to just be all-nighters.
Oh yeah. And like, is this your first time going to Vegas outside of like dance?
Yeah, I've only ever gone for like dance competitions. Rose and I in college had a very interesting experience in Vegas for dance. And so, yeah, this is the first time I'm really going like without any obligations. So
that'll be so fun. It's like totally different when you can actually enjoy yourself and you're not hating life.
Yeah. But anyways, I feel like you had such a fun weekend.
I did. Oh my gosh. So I've been dying to talk to you because Riley told me, okay, so I feel like if you're an avid listener, you know that I'm a big Tate McRae fan. And Riley was like, report back and tell me the best songs to listen to because I feel like you like Tate, but like you need guidance on like what songs to listen to.
Oh, I love Tate. Her bop.
Such a bop. And I just have to say, again, going along with our episode, but like her body, I need to have her body. Like what is going on? I feel like she all of a sudden it just like matured and has like an adult body. And I'm just like, literally FML. Her body's sick.
She's so cute. And she was a dancer growing up. So I feel like you've always known about her because she was really popular in the dance world too before she came on the scene as a singer. Exactly.
So that's why I feel like I like her so much. It's like cool to be able to have like watched her transition into singing and just like you and I feel like love artists that can also dance. Like it's just like a whole different level. So seeing her dance and like her backup dancers is so cool. But the album is amazing. I feel like it's definitely more like mature because I feel like maybe her last album, she was just like younger and just like entering adulthood. And now she's kind of like finding her groove. It's like talking about her relationship and her breakup. And there's like some juicy drama in the album. But Run for the Hills is, I think, like going to be the new bop after Greedy.
Really? Oh my gosh.
So
okay.
good,
you gave us a couple and I haven't listened yet. But would you say that's like, what should I start with? Run for the Hills?
Run for the Hills, I love. Obviously, I'm sure you've heard Exes and Greedy. Those are like her singles. And then I think she sang the song also on her album called Grave. And it is like really good, but really sad. And like,
What's it about?
it's basically about like the main gist of the song is like you can only try and like fix something that's not like that still has life left. Like she kept trying to fix her relationship and keep going back to him, and it was like broken. Apparently he like cheated on her with like one of her friends or something crazy. But it's really sad. It's like just her, like she said, it's like a really vulnerable song for her. And I'm like, if this kind of music was around for us when we were like in that phase of our life, I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have been so unstable. But it's really good. I would say that, like, to get two sides, I would listen to that. And those two would be, I guess they're all good. Maybe just like throw it on the plane.
Okay, I will take your advice. I feel like I'm going to love it.
I think you will too. So yeah, if you guys are needing some new music and need a little break from Christmas music, highly recommend. And if you are a Tate fan, I feel like a lot of people are that are in like our space because they're also dancers. You have to let us know what some of your favorites are, because I love hearing like what other people like.
Yes, and what I was referring to about your fun weekend, because it was you having a listen party for the album, right?
Oh, yes. So my friend Vic and I were both huge Tate fans. And so we like go to her concerts together. We listen to her music together. So yeah, Vic came over and we held out all day that it launched or like released so we could listen together, which is so hard. I just had to stay off social media because I feel like everything, like you're just exposed to it, especially when your algorithm's in that direction. So yeah, it was really fun. We're like dissecting all the lyrics, and remind me when we get into like the talk of this episode to bring up something about one of her songs that I think actually is like so relatable and not refreshing to hear, but just I'll bring it up because it doesn't make sense to bring it up right now. But yeah, it was so fun. I had a very chill weekend, and it's like a fun little tradition Vic
Yay.
and I do.
Aww,
what about you? What did you do this weekend?
What did I do? Nothing really. This was like my last weekend home before we're traveling for the rest of December. So I kind of just did some errands, got the house like tidied up, and did things that I'm not going to be able to do because I won't have a free weekend, which is exciting. We have a lot of travel coming up. So
yeah,
nothing new over here though.
So all Christmas shopping's done?
I still have a couple, like primarily done, just a couple little things that I want to get. I'm feeling good. What about you?
I'm pretty much done too. I still have like a few little things, but like you said, basically the main chunk. But you forgot you watched The Polar Express.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that was what you wanted me to say. I'm like, nothing. Yes,
I'm like, yes, you did.
On Saturday night, we watched The Polar Express, and it was everything and more. I had a full dance party to Hot Chocolate, and I did hear Cade singing along to the songs. Whether he likes it or not, or wants to admit it or not, I mean, the songs are just like, they're so hype. Every single one.
Hey, oh, we got it.
Yes, it's amazing. Wait, what's the one? When we get there, we'll scream, yeah. That one.
Wait.
On the Polar Express.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
That's when Cade was like jingling along too.
He liked it. So if you guys missed our episode a couple weeks back, we were talking about how everyone, including our husbands, shit on the Polar Express, and it really cuts deep. And Riley every year makes Cade watch it, and he said it's his least favorite day of the year. So I'm glad to see that you prevailed. Did you enjoy it even more knowing that you're like a top defender for this movie?
Yes, I absolutely did. And like, it just got me so much more in the Christmas spirit. I don't know, something about it. When are you going to watch it? You should watch it tonight. You know what?
I might watch it tonight. Honestly, like I really need to. I need to pour up some hot chocolate, maybe a hot chocolate bomb. Our editor actually got Riley and I a hot chocolate kit, and I've been dying to use it. So I think I'm going to treat myself to that.
We used it on the Polar Express night.
You did? Was it so yummy?
Good. It was so good.
Did you do the bomb or the mix?
We did the mix with the marshmallows. Okay. Fire.
Oh,
so this is your sign, if you haven't already, to go watch the Polar Express.
I do have to say too, why do you find the character scary?
No, I see what people are saying. Like if you're thinking like it's such a lighthearted movie. Like, I never would have ever thought that. But I mean, I guess if you're really looking into it, it's like, it's an animated movie. What do you expect? You know, like people are saying their faces aren't real and they're like scary looking.
But to me, like they feel real to me. Like the animation, the direction of the animation, I think is like I loved it. I remember when I first saw it, I felt like it was so real and cool and Christmassy. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm seriously like such an avid advocate for this movie. It really upsets me.
Me too. I know. People are so mean.
Also, while we're on the subject, before we go into our cart, I think you should clear up the rumors you started about the sequel or whatever, prequel.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to clear up this rumor that I started a couple of weeks ago. So I am so gullible. I believe everything I read. I saw this thing probably on like Facebook or something that there was going to be a prequel this December coming out about the Polar Express, like the main character, or about the conductor. And I spread the rumor on the show and it's false. I did some research and it was like a totally fake poster, which why do people do that? What's the point of that?
I don't know. There's so much fake stuff out there like that. Like, think about how many shows or second movies or prequel sequels that were talked about that have never happened.
Like, I just need to know if you're making a fake poster and like spreading rumors like this about fake shows, why?
Why? Please stop, especially because Riley will believe you.
I will believe. But I was thinking this while I was watching the Polar Express. I really wish they would come out with a live action one, like with real people. I know it'll never be the original, but don't you think that would be like it's been out for a long time.
Like a movie with people.
A movie with real actors. I feel like it's time for a little like revamp or something.
Okay. My brain went somewhere else when you said that. What about a musical?
Oh, musical would be
like a Broadway show around Christmas. Like, come on.
Stunning.
Our boys would get into that over the Nutcracker. Then they'll love the Polar Express. They're going to pick that.
Yeah, they would pick that over the Nutcracker.
They definitely would.
So true. I was actually telling Kate about that. I think someone on Instagram sent Drinks on Us a video of them singing the Hot Chocolate song on one of those live, like where you pay tickets and go on the train. Oh. And I was telling Kate about it. He couldn't have been less interested.
I'm not kidding. I would go now. Like if you lived in town, I would go with you.
We would go. We would be the oldest people there.
We would. So when we have if I have a kid that's like 1 month old, you better believe I'll be there at the show or at the live action
from the hospital.
Yeah. That's why we're having children, so we can do the Polar Express activities. Wow. I'm so excited. Now I'm really going to watch it tonight and make some hot chocolate. Now I'm very excited.
You should. Yay. So should we get into what's in our cart?
Let's do it. What do you got in your cart?
So I really don't have a lot in my cart because I've been shopping so much for other people and I'm trying to say no to myself. But there were a couple things I wanted to talk about. Oh, something that I almost bought my dad, but I didn't, is the Ember mug. Have you heard of it?
Is it the mug that you set on something and they like keep hot? Like you can keep it hot? That looks so cool.
I feel like I kind of want to invest in that for myself because my coffee, by the time I'm at like the last couple sips, it's always cold. And I feel like I'm just accustomed to that now. But I feel like I am someone who would really benefit from the Ember mug. So I'm going to link it for anyone who has a coffee lover in their life. I didn't end up getting it for my dad because I know he likes Dunkin' coffee. So I don't think he drinks coffee at home every single day. But the mug, it's like it's over $100, I think. So,
oh wow, okay. I
think it's a really nice
I hear
gift.
Great things about it. I feel like you should get it for yourself. Like, just save up, or if you do good saving, that can be like a little treat for yourself. I feel like it will make you more happy at your desk.
Yeah, I know. I would use it literally every day. So, just wanted to mention that because that's something I found in my shopping journey. Oh, and something else. This is like an old thing. Like it's not anything new, but the suction cup that goes on the back of your phone. I know you have it, Rose.
Kendall wanted it.
No, I do. But Kendall wanted it for her birthday. So I just bought her one.
I'm shocked she doesn't have it.
I know. It's like a funny thing for her to ask for, but just wanted to mention that for anyone who needs like a stocking stuffer idea, or if you want it yourself, they're so cheap. How much are they? Like $8?
$8. I was gonna say, I saw this TikTok about like a new way. Oh my gosh, I'm butchering. Like I'll try and find the video, but it was like it's like a new version of the Octobuddy where you can like suction it, like comes off. Like you could keep it in your purse, and then you like
I
just
love that.
you can just put it on when you're about to make content, so that way you don't it doesn't get stuck to everything.
Yeah, the
And
only thing about the Octobuddy is that it's literally stuck on everything.
I am literally always pulling it off. I have dots all over my house, my car, everything. But it is the best. Like it's worth it for me. But I'll try and find that video because I feel like maybe we can slowly upgrade our stuff. That is such a good stocking stuffer.
I know. It really is. And there's a lot of colors too to match the vibe. But what's in your cart?
Okay, so this is also kind of like old news, but I am due for a restock. So I figured I'd share it because I feel like it is the season for fake tanning. So I love for like a gradual, it's like a nice tan. There's 2 levels. You can get like a gradual every day or a dark, I think it's called deep. It is the Luxe Unfiltered. And I'm a sucker for this brand because especially in the self-tanning world, the scent to me is so like deterring to like some days I don't even want to use it because of the scent. Love the smell. It's a Santal. And it's a really great color. And I also have the same brand from Luxe Unfiltered. They have an exfoliant. And I don't know if anyone who listens also gets waxed, but my wax lady, I don't know what her proper name is, but she says how important it is to exfoliate in between like your sessions. And that one's also Santal. And it's just like the most luxurious experience. It's a super clean brand and their packaging is beautiful and they do like gift packages. So I thought it'd be like a cute bundle to get someone if you don't know what to gift someone in your life. I feel like you can't go wrong with self tanner, right?
You cannot go wrong. And I actually used your lotion when we were in Austin and I absolutely loved it. And I feel like you have turned me on to this brand and
you
I love
gotta
that.
get the lotion, right? If you had to get one Luxe Unfiltered product, it would be the conditioning body cream. So that's actually funny you say that because that's my second thing that's in my cart. It's kind of random, but do you put an oil on like when you're still in the shower or after shower before lotion?
No, should I?
Well, I don't either. I used to. I was using the Buff City like body oil for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I absolutely love Luxe Unfiltered's body lotion. Like I will use it every time after the shower. However, especially in the winter months or like now moving to Florida when it's super hot out, I feel like my skin can get so dry. And is there anything worse than dry skin? Makes me want to die.
Me too.
So I was just like reading and I swear I saw like Kylie Jenner talking about it. And I feel like this is probably like totally in my head, but don't you feel like she has like such, like she takes such good care of her like skin? I don't know. I feel like her body seems so moisturized.
She always looks so moisturized and like velvety on her skin. How does she do that?
I'm glad that I'm not alone in that. That sounds so weird, but she said she puts oils on in the shower, like just true, like, oh my gosh, what? I don't even know how to say it. You guys know pronouncing. Whoa.
Pronunciation.
Yes, that's not my strong suit, but like
what's the word?
Jojoba oil. Jojoba. Jobaja.
Jojoba.
You're kidding. I would have sat here for an hour and never said Jehovah.
Wait, you know what always makes me remember that? It's from the Pink Panther movie with Steve Martin, and he goes, jojoba. Do you know what I'm talking about? Jojoba.
Wow, what a classic movie. Okay, so it's jojoba?
Yeah.
Okay, why is it H? Why are we spelling it with J's?
I don't know.
Okay, so jojoba oil.
Yeah.
I really just want to get like that or even like avocado oil. I feel like people use. I feel like that one. I feel like jojoba. I'm going to always dance. So I say it right. Jojoba. I feel like that one may be a little bit better of a scent. I don't know.
If Kylie's using it, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I'll try and find the video of her talking about the different oils they use. But I feel like that'd be like a good thing for the new year to get into. And I actually saw some like jojoba on on Amazon, and it was like $11-12, and it was straight that product, like no bullshit.
I wonder what is jojoba?
I don't know, but I know it's extremely moisturizing something. Like it's in Lux Unfiltered's body cream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of people, and I think there's niacinamide possibly in it. I also saw what's the brand called? Necessaire? Do you know it's like that?
I know
really
what you're talking about, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, you guys probably know it. They're like super plain Jane packaging. They have like a body serum. It's like a gel serum, and it's just like a bunch of, I almost bought it. It's just like a bunch of great oils, and like basically the serum and moisturizer you'd put on your face, it's like that for your body. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get that. But that, I think it was like, I'll link it because I'm still eyeing it, but I think I might go for the real deal, just straight to jojoba.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're all going to be buying jojoba oil.
And dancing. You got to do the
jojoba.
Jojoba. You guys better do it. Also, I'm crying laughing because we are wearing the exact same outfit but opposite colors. We didn't even realize.
Turtleneck
when we
girls.
did the dance. Like, look into the camera straight on and do the dance. Ready, set, go. Jojoba. We look so silly. We seriously look like whatever his name is. What is the actor's name?
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. We look just like him.
We have to put that clip next to us saying it so people know what we're talking about. They're going to think we're psychos if they don't know.
Especially with gifts on us when we're like, tag a friend who wants to be a part of it, and they're going to be like, what in the world are these girls on?
Nothing. Just high on life.
High on life and Steve Martin.
And Stevie. Wonder how he's doing.
Yeah, he's got to be up there in age. No, seriously.
Oh, great guy. A lot of great. Cheaper by the Dozen. Fire movie. Classic.
I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare.
I'm not going to sing because your ears would bleed.
Oh, so I am, and your ears are probably bleeding, but it's okay.
Remember when we had to take singing lessons when we were kids?
Oh my gosh, yes. What song did you always resort to?
These are a few of me. Wait, what do you mean resort to?
Remember the one song we always had to sing? In my own little corner, in my own...
I forgot. Wait, did we tell the story? I think we did.
I want to be. What story?
About when we sang Popular at the talent show.
I don't think we've told this.
We never told this story on the podcast?
Why would we have? Or how? Maybe we did.
I remember. Well, anyways, Rose and I'll tell the abbreviated version. Rose and I had to take singing lessons when we were kids, and we thought it would be a good idea to sing the song Popular from Wicked at the talent show. Like, that is so bratty. It's teaching someone how to be popular.
Wait, and can you please find a photo that we can post of? I feel like your mom would definitely be able to pull up a photo of this.
I've never seen a photo, but we definitely had like skirts and matching. We had tap shoes, so we tapped for half of the number and we sang for the first half. And in rehearsals, we did a back handspring in our tap shoes. And Rose ate shit because they're slippery. I don't know why we thought that was a good idea. And she said, right, can we please take out the back handspring? And so, yeah.
I wish I could get up right now, but I remember you like looking down at me, tapping your heart out.
I'm pretty sure I just kept going. I didn't even say, are you okay?
I just remember, like, I'm literally crying, you guys, because I just remember you were doing time step, buffalo change, all that, those tap moves, and I'm just absolutely on the ground, sprawled out in front of all our friends. We were like in what? 3rd grade? 2nd grade?
Oh, I said, yeah, it was definitely elementary school. I thought it was middle school.
Oh gosh, it might have been middle school. I honestly, it might have been, which is even worse. But like, why? Like, we're not on dance floors. We were on a shitty middle school floor that was literally a grease ball. I was sick, and we were in like these little teeny tiny outfits. Like, I'm just like cracking up at who we thought we were.
We thought we were like hot shit, and we were
When did-
not.
When did we? Oh my gosh, you guys! I would do anything to find that video because
No.
I almost think Nan like was there for it. Like the parent that was there for us. Oh my gosh, you guys, we had some good times in the talent show. Did we retire or did we do it all through high school?
No, we did it 1 year in high school and then we realized it wasn't cool. We said, oh, we're never doing that again.
What did we do 9th grade? That is a little mortifying.
It's absolutely mortifying, Rose. It's because we didn't know any better. We thought we were so cool.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't
Eden,
believe we sang Anta.
How did we get here? I don't even know. Should we get into the actual episode? I feel like we've been singing the whole time.
Okay, yeah, let's get into we actually have a good subject at hand and we want to talk to you guys about it. So let's rein it in. Let's get serious here and just kind of talk about the realness of social media. So like, what do you feel like your relationship is right now? Like, I go through phases with social media. Like, what is how are you in social media doing right now?
No, I feel like I go through phases too. Right now, I feel like I'm good because I'm like, I don't need to compare myself. Like, I feel like it's always a comparison game. It's like, oh, not even people that we know. It's like these influencers that are, you're like, oh, they're my age and they're doing this and they have all this nice stuff and it's like, you can't help but compare yourself. I actually have had to unfollow people before because I'm like, this is not healthy for my brain. Like, I need to just be myself and be on my own journey and not compare. So I feel like I'm being better about putting my phone down and unfollowing people if I have to. But what about you?
That's so good. I love what you said about like being okay with being on my own journey because I think that's like what it comes down to. It's like you have no clue what other people are going through or like where they're at in their life or what they've done or what their past or their family, like all these different factors that could like lead them to the life that they're living. And it's so hard when you see people, especially around our age or even younger, and you're like, you almost want to say like, what am I doing wrong? Or like, why do I not look like that? Or why, like, I don't know. It's so hard. I feel like I'm in like not the best like relationship with social media right now. And I honestly think it's just because I'm like in a tough season of life, like so much change and a lot of things going on, and like Christmas is such a special time for me, but I'm like separated from Ryan, like in distance. We're not separated. Sorry, I feel like I worded that wrong. So it's like hard too. And I know you can relate too. Like when you and Kate are doing long distance, like I'm sure it stings to see other people doing just mundane things with their partner. And you're like, what the heck? Like, I want to do that. I want to go grocery shopping with Kate, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's so, especially when you have a lot of downtime and you're by yourself, it's like, what is there to do besides scroll social media, you know? So I feel like when I am by myself, when Kate and I are doing long distance, I try to like start a new book or just not spend all of my time on social media, which is hard because it's right there. It's at our fingertips.
That's so true because I do feel like I have so much more time on social media right now because it's like not like Ryan's coming home from work and like then I'm off my phone for the night. And so I have been trying to be better. It is crazy how easy it is to just instinctually click the app. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. No, when I work from home for my 9 to 5 and I have to put my phone in another room because it is so distracting and it's so easy to just pick up and be like, oh, let me just check Instagram really quickly. So I have gotten into the habit of putting my phone in the other room because it's too easy now.
That's really smart. And honestly, like, I feel like not a lot of people would have like the strength to do that. It sounds like silly, the strength, but seriously, it's like a comfort thing for a lot of us. It's just like to go click and see stuff. But I remember one time specifically, I was like sitting in my house, and like we have like a really pretty sunset view in our backyard. And I remember like seeing the most beautiful sunset, and the weather was so nice. And I was like scrolling on my phone, and I'm like, why am I not going outside and enjoying my life? And like I'm sitting here watching other people's life. Like it's so weird. It's like why I'm like taking the joys away from my own life sometimes. And I feel like it's sometimes good. I wish I had like I don't even know the way to describe it, but like a reset button when I find myself doing that like brings me back to life. Because sometimes it's like, why would I not just go live my own life and enjoy and make my own memories that is going to like affect who I am as a person, but rather go and see this highlight reel of someone and then be down in the dumps because of X, Y, and Z.
Right. Like it's not affecting you in any way. It's not providing value to just like go watch other people's lives. So that's so true about the sunset. It's like, why don't you go live your own life rather than watching someone else live theirs? But it's hard. Like I feel like we don't know we're in that kind of spiral when we're in it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so I also feel like for this time of year, I know we dabbled on this a couple episodes ago, but it's like, I feel like the holidays especially make it really tough because everyone's quote unquote doing the same thing. Like they're decorating their house, they're buying Christmas gifts, they're going to holiday parties, they're doing all these different things. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't, like you mentioned, like you're on social media and you see these new trends. And even though, yes, you would like some new Christmas decor, it's like that is not what you need to be spending your money on right now. And it's hard because it's so enticing to see stuff on social media. And it's no fault to people who are sharing their life. If that brings them joy, they are, but it's hard to detach from it.
And the worst part is that it's so easy to click a link and be like, oh, let me just buy this really quickly. You know, like that is what I'm working on, telling myself, no, I don't need that. It's not gonna, provide value. Like, yes, I would love all new decor, but telling myself no is what I'm gonna strive for in the new year.
I love that though. And it is crazy how fast that stuff can add up because it's not normally like a crazy expense, especially if it's just like a little decoration item or I don't know, one makeup product. I feel like even like logging onto Sephora and like you see all these different like get readies with me and there's like this product here, this, and you like are just adding in and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much money. Or even like the freaking car restock thing that people do. It was like huge over summer. And I was like, oh, this is right up our type A personality. Like, I'd love to do that. And it's like, that is so expensive.
It's so expensive. And like, it's so normalized on TikTok, especially. I feel like to have all of those extra things. And it's like, we don't need it. I mean, we all want it. But what you said about Get Ready With Me videos, every Get Ready With Me makes me think I need a whole new makeup. And like, these makeup artists have a million products to choose from. And I'm like, okay, I need one foundation. I need one mascara. It's like, it makes you feel like you need more. And it's not what we need.
I know. No, it's so true. And I feel like Riley and I wanted to talk about this to just like share that like we get it and we go through it as well. And it's like, it's real and it's like a hard thing to kind of like work through. So I don't know. I feel like I also go through like phases and this like is different for every person, but I feel like I'm in a weird phase of like not knowing like what I want to even like share or post on social media or like when I feel like bringing my phone out. I know we kind of talked about it like at the holidays, but I go through phases even with that where I'm like super active and like to share more. And then other times I'm like, I haven't even like, it's kind of hard to keep up with that side of social media as well. Do you find that?
I'm the same way. I'll post 70 stories in one day and then the next day I won't post anything. And I feel like that's okay. Like I don't want to post something just to have a story up. And I feel like it's normal. Like everyone's human and some days we just don't feel like posting or we don't have anything to post and that's fine. I feel like we just need to all come back to reality and like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Do you get my gist?
No, I do for sure. And I think it's like, it takes strength, like, and discipline to be able to go on social media and look at people that you maybe enjoy their content, but be able to like not let it carry to once the phone goes away and then it's like affecting your life. Like you see these people that have these extravagant homes and it's like, now you want this, or you want to go redo your house or your decor, or get a new couch, or, oh, these people are traveling left and right, flying first class, and, or even not, just like going on all these trips. And it's like, well, you want to go on all these trips too. And then you want to buy all these products. And it's like, I feel like sometimes it's so much better at just like putting my phone down and focusing on my life. But there's a lot of times where I put my phone down and I'm like, dang, like I feel behind, or I feel like something's missing, or I'm doing something wrong, or it's never enough. And I hate that feeling. And gosh, it could be even a whole different spiral to switch it to relationships. Like you see a guy do something for a girl, or they go here and they get this for Valentine's Day. And it's like, you know, I remember early on in Ryan and I's relationship, it was like, that is not healthy for me to do that. Because I would be like, oh, this person got this, or I don't know. Am I making sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is. I feel like social media is so great in so many ways, but it's also so not great in so many ways. It's not good for our mental health. And I feel like we need to just put an emphasis on social media being a highlight reel, and that we don't know. I mean, someone can post a picture and it looks one way, but it's a whole, there's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes. So I guess what Rose and I are trying to do today is just get real about social media. And we love it. We're not saying it's like all bad. I mean, we obviously, it's a part of our job, but just kind of getting real with ourselves and noticing when we are spiraling and putting our phone down and just enjoying our life and who we are and enjoying our relationships, our friendships, our husbands.
Exactly. And I agree. Like we love social media because it's brought us all of you guys, and like there's so many amazing things. Like I think one of my favorite parts is being able to connect with so many people and to have an outlet for when times are hard and you have like an army of people that are like, oh my gosh, I've been there, or like I'm praying for you, or like when something exciting in your life happens and you get to share that and have people love and support you. So it does bring a sense of unity and community. And also in the same sense of doubting yourself, there's also moments where you're like, wow, I'm not alone. Like we all do kind of go through similar feelings and emotions and struggles. And so I think the best thing that Riley and I are still working on, because we're definitely not perfect, but it's like Riley said, being aware of when it's time to like turn the phone off and remember what matters most. And that's like your relationships, your life, like what your life looks like, not what it looks like. Like no one's going to care if you post having the new decor on your tree. Like no one cares, but you care because it makes you happy, but like no one's gonna realize if you post it, like got the new thing or not.
That's true.
So I'm trying to work on that and just focus on like what really matters in my life is my relationships with my friends, my husband, my family, and what's the best thing for me and for us and for our future. And I can pick and choose how I share that and when I want to share that on social media, and know that when I do go on to these apps that I have no clue what people are going and doing behind the scenes, or like what their life looks like, their happiness, their finances. And I have to have the balance or strength to realize like that doesn't tell their full story. So it's not fair for us to compare.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Wow, thanks. Do you feel like you struggle with like the body image side of things too, or like the face? Like I feel like everyone looks so freaking perfect on social media, like their face. And sometimes I'm like, look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am like, I need to change this, or my body is so fine.
It's definitely humbling. I wouldn't say I necessarily struggle with it, but I feel like I definitely am always like wanting to be as fit as that person or as pretty as that person. But I think it's just, coming to terms with social media being not 100% real. Not saying that people edit their photos necessarily, but it's like, I don't know. You have to be happy with yourself and confident in yourself.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I go through ebbs and flows with that as well, especially when like you see like a trend or someone posting and you like maybe don't look great in that trend because your body's like totally different than like these, like I don't have the long legs that like maybe looks good in certain outfits, and then you put it on and you're like, wow, that was humbling, because you want to do a trend or something. And so I think it's noticing, like I've kind of tried to realize, instead of being so down on myself about why I don't look good or look like the picture on social media, it's realizing like, oh, I just have a totally different body type and that trend's not for me. Like it's so much easier said than done, but I'm just kind of giving little examples that I feel like we all go through, and it's like kind of like an elephant in the room. People don't talk about it. And we just wanted to kind of share that everyone goes through it and we go through it, and we're always here for you guys. And we hope that this podcast is like a real authentic space where you see us being not perfect and talking through like the highs and lows that we're going through, because that's the truth, you know, like we couldn't get more real on here. Do you think?
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I feel like we just want to be as real as possible with you guys. But I totally agree with you. I feel like I am to a point where I'm like, that looks amazing on that person, but it would look awful on me. Like we're all so different. So I knew what you were saying there.
Yeah. I mean, anything, body, trips, travel, homes, relationships. It's so easy. It's so much easier to then turn around and compare. But I think the best thing we can leave you with is just find boundaries for yourself. And if you need to unfollow people or take time away and like reevaluate what the space does for you. And if you're not seeing the positives to it, then like maybe you need to take some time off to like focus on finding boundaries, because it's not worth ruining what really matters. And that's like what happens off camera.
Yeah, right. And I feel like, yeah, as long as you are happy in your own life, with yourself, with your relationship, that's all that matters. Material things will never make you happy. What do they say? Money doesn't buy happiness. It's like, yeah, in the moment, it's fun to order something and get something, but it will never solve your problems or, you know, make you never want to buy anything else again. So just being happy with yourself, I feel like, is the most important part. And it's difficult.
It is. And that like reminds me of the part I wanted to bring up about Tate's song.
Oh my gosh, see, I forgot.
But I remembered because of what you said. She has a song on it, and I feel like this is, every artist has talked about this. Olivia Rodrigo has it in one of her newest songs. I feel like Jack Harlow talked about it. Justin Bieber's talked about it. The song's called Plastic Palm Trees. So what can you imagine that's about? What would you imagine?
Plastic palm trees? Like something that's plastic and not real?
Basically, she's talking about how like she moved to LA and like she wanted to be famous and like live this life, and like obviously she's happy, but like she's still lonely, she's still sad. Like sometimes it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like you think you're like, especially LA, it's like so glamorized and fame and LA this, LA that, and she's basically saying like it's fake, like they're plastic, like it's a show.
I see what you're saying.
Think, yeah, I mean, the song's great. And when I heard it, I'm just like, it's so crazy, because like you want something so bad. And sometimes, like you said, you want a material item and then you get it, or you get fame, or you get this. And it's like, if you're not internally happy or have like relationships that are like make you happy or whatever the case may be, then it's not going to make you happy. And the grass is not always greener. Like, I mean, we know different people that are in the spotlight and they have so many different struggles, even though their life may look awesome, or they have the money or like the means to like a amazing wardrobe or lifestyle. Like they still have like problems and issues and hardships. And so that always brings me back to life. Like, obviously I don't wish struggles upon anyone, but it's like, no one has a perfect life.
No, as perfect as it might seem on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's a great, I want to listen to that song. That was such a great thing to say, especially for this subject of our episode.
I know. I just kind of like when we started talking about the album, I honestly want you to listen to the whole thing, but that one is like, makes you a little sad. But it's like good. It's just real and it's reassuring for people to hear that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else you wanted to like touch on this subject? I know we went from really high spirits to just like real raw shit, but hey, that's life.
That's life. No, I think we covered a lot, and I hope this was valuable to you guys, and I hope that you guys kind of understand where we're coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into Girls Room. We have actually some really great submissions today, and I feel like Rose is going to make us really put our thinking caps on.
Oh, all right.
Okay, first one. Hey girlies, I'm absolutely loving the pod and hearing from both of you every week. I need some advice. My boyfriend used to play Xbox here and there in college, but he never played more than once every few weeks or when we were off of school for a large period of time. Now, a few years later, all of a sudden, he's been coming home from work and playing Xbox at night for a few hours. I know there are worse things in the world, but this drives me absolutely insane. I love him to death, and I know I should be happy that he's playing with old friends from growing up and having a good time, but it's been giving me such an ick. I try to be nice about it, but sometimes I literally cannot.
I'll let you take it first. I'm thinking, I'm collecting my thoughts still.
This one was making me giggle because I can relate. I used to hate when Cade was playing video games, and he doesn't do it a lot. But like he has a lot of downtime for his job when he's in season, and he enjoys playing video games. And I think that's totally fine. It gives me the ick a little bit too, but it's something that he loves. And something that brings me joy is he plays with his friends and they have like their little headsets and they like gossip and talk. And I honestly think it's an outlet for them to talk with their friends and connect, like how we would talk. Rose and I send videos on Snapchat to each other all day long.
Yeah.
That's kind of like their little outlet in a boy way. I don't know. I feel like there's worse things he could be doing, but I do understand what you're saying, how it gives you, Nick. And maybe just ask if he can play like maybe 1 hour, like not more than 1 hour or something like that.
Agreed. I will say, it's kind of funny that this was brought up because Ryan doesn't play video games, but he used to, like when he basically before we lived together, or like his machine was like out of date or whatever. But he did mention that it's like a great way for him to connect with friends, especially like I'm sure Cade's the same way. Like athletes live all over the world, like the country. So I think when we move, he's going to get like a setup to do it like maybe once or twice a week. So I can't really relate, but I would say I definitely think it should be addressed with balance with it. Like, does it need to be every night, or can it be like 2 nights a week? Or like, are you busy one night a week where, I don't know, like you go to an evening workout and like it's your girls' night, and then he can get his fix, but it's not like affecting your quality time with your relationship. But I think what Riley said was perfect. Like there are so many worse things. And I get like the idea is kind of like icky and just like makes them not feel like manly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so odd, but it is just like a guy thing that maybe we just don't understand. But I would just maybe work on like reassuring that it's fine in moderation.
Yeah. Don't tell him that he can't play because that'll make him really upset and make him want to play more. But yeah, just know that we feel you. I get the ick too sometimes. Okay. Next question or next submission. I'm in a workout rut. Any tips to get out of a workout rut? What would you say, Rose? I feel like you're so good at motivating yourself when you're in a rut. I'm like sometimes not.
No, I'm not. I wish I was. I feel like you are. I feel like you've really found a good routine that like excites you. So maybe like share how it, like, I feel like it took you a while to like figure out what you like, and maybe that's the issue this girl's dealing with. Yeah.
That's a good point. I feel like I genuinely enjoy working out because it makes me feel good after and during. I don't dread it because I enjoy doing it. So maybe find a workout that you don't dread so much. And another thing that helps me when I'm in a rut is just signing up for the classes for like a week in advance if you can. And it's like you have to go. You signed up for the class. So just kind of forcing yourself to make that schedule maybe.
Yeah. As far as like being in a rut, I feel like anytime I like travel or have kind of like something heavier going on in my life, like it's so much harder to get back into like going, especially if you skip a couple days. So I feel like one thing that I found is like, you don't have to work out 7 days a week. Like you can if that's, but like, don't burn yourself out. Like you can do 3-4 days and then like walk a day or take a rest day. Like I feel like rest days are also so valuable.
Mhm.
I also would say like I kind of went through a rut the last few months, but I feel like I'm like kind of on the other side, and I feel like the warm weather will help me so much because I can't walk really outside anymore, which is so depressing. So like if you are in a place that gets cold, I highly recommend a walking pad or a treadmill or
Mhm.
something, because don't underestimate a walk, like especially if you're in a rut, like a little movement's better than nothing. But I will say I went through a little bit of a rut. I felt like I had overdone F45 or something, and I was traveling, so I was like on and off, so I wasn't like in a
Mhm.
routine with it. So I think that's why. But then I went around and was like trying different things, and I was like, I miss F45 so much. Like that's what I like. I feel the results, like Riley said, like you feel good after and you look forward to that feeling. So maybe try out a few different things, like give yourself grace. I don't know, it's hard. I understand what she's going through, but I would just say like even getting into a routine, like something I'm thinking about doing in the new year is like I work from home, but like I would love to like work out at the same time, like Monday through Friday or whatever, just to have
Mhm.
that like discipline versus like
Yeah.
a little bit of like I don't know what I'm going to do at what time, and I think that
Yeah.
sometimes leads me to like not having structure. I don't know.
I will say when you said discipline, it reminded me sometimes it's not even about motivation, it's about discipline. And like you don't feel like it, but you're still going to do it. But also, on the other hand, you have to give yourself grace and don't force yourself to do something if your body is truly telling you no. So I would say
Mhm.
really listen to your body, but also maybe have the discipline to schedule a class and go at the same time. And I feel like once you get in the routine, it's like you want to keep going because you feel so
Right.
good.
Right. Yes, totally agree. But we feel you, and hopefully you can use this month to figure it out and then just like hit the ground running for the new year, because it's like what a better time to
Yes, they always say that gym memberships like skyrocket the first week of
Yeah.
January. Okay, so the last one is kind of a lot, so stay
Okay.
with me.
All right.
One of our married friends who live close to 6 hours from us recently posted on Instagram that they rented a house to remotely work and celebrate their anniversary. This house was 30 minutes from us and they were there for a full week. We just found out that they even came into our city to go to dinner about 10 minutes from where we live. We have traveled a lot in the last 2 years to visit and be present for events in their lives. They have never once visited us. My fiance considers him to be a good friend. They're friends from high school for 15 plus years and wants him to be in our wedding. I personally find it very hurtful they were so close and not only couldn't see us for even 15 minutes, but also didn't reach out to us to let us know they would even be that close. We just found out online. I know it was their anniversary, but they had a full week and could have at least reached out to check in. I am very hurt by this whole thing and am finding it harder and harder to support wanting him in our wedding. I know that is harsh, but I'd appreciate any advice. Do we say something? Do we ignore it? It's very confusing. That is so hard.
It's really hard. Do you like I don't know, can you go first?
Yeah, I have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
So, first thought is they were on an anniversary trip. So maybe they just like were solely focused on celebrating their anniversary,
Right.
and maybe they knew a couple people in the area and they didn't reach out to anyone. It's not like they were singling you guys out. However, on the other hand, it sounds like you guys are really great friends and you support them and you go see them and do a lot for them. So I do wish that they would have said, hey, we're going to be in your city. We're celebrating our anniversary. We have a lot of plans, but maybe we'll try to reach out and like get together at some point. And even if it didn't work out, you would have felt good that they reached out.
Right.
The other thing is this is your fiance's really good friend of 15 plus years. And I think if he wants him in the wedding, you should respect his wishes, even though I agree with you. Like it sucks. And that was probably not the best way for them to handle the situation. But I think you have to do what your husband wants because it is his good friend.
Totally agree. When you were reading the submission, my mind went to like how much is it affecting your fiance? Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like guys don't care about that stuff as much, but I understand and I hear both sides to this, because I know the struggle, and I get it. The week definitely adds to it. Like if it was a weekend, I totally like would be like, what's their anniversary, you know?
Yeah.
But like I'm sure, Rye, you can relate. Sometimes when you do travel to a town that like maybe you and Kate are going to do something for, but you know, like 3 or 4 people that live there, it's kind of hard because then you feel like the obligation to like, you don't want to pick and choose. So I don't know if they do know other people in the town, maybe they just felt like the best decision was to just kind of like lay low.
Right.
I don't think I would say anything to them if they already came, the trip already came and gone. Like if they were on the trip and like posted something on Instagram, like you could have swiped up and been like, oh my God, like I didn't even know you're here, you know? But I think it's tough. But I think what Riley said is like probably the way I would go about it is you got to respect your fiance's like wish and kind of just swallow the pride of the feelings, as hard as that may be. And then also, you said something along the lines of like they could have just, I think from the couple side, they could have just like texted and at least told them, with even if their intention was like, we just want this trip to be us two, at least you're like letting them know. I think communication can solve a lot of that.
Right. And I feel like I hate that you found out through Instagram and it was probably like a shock. You're like, wait, they're that close to us. But Rose always says this, and I always think about it. Not everyone has the same heart as you. And sometimes that is hard to swallow. But
So
now
sad.
you know that like maybe next time if you have the ability to go out of your way to see them and normally you would, maybe you won't now because they didn't put in the effort to see you. I mean, you don't want to stoop to their level, but you just kind of have to, I don't know someone's heart.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I think it's a sad reality of growing up. It's like you really do figure out who like likes you when it's, or puts in like the effort when it's convenient, or like who really is like your true people to your core. And even you're going to find that out with like people in your wedding party. So if this guy's in the party, I feel like in years and years and years, you learn like who your true people are that are worth sacrificing your time and your money to continue that friendship. And so you're doing your part, and I would just like kind of give them the benefit of the doubt, let him be in the wedding, and then just kind of see if like you consistently feel like it's a one-sided street of the friendship, then I would just slowly, like Riley said, like stop putting in the effort. As hard as that is, you're just get like people, it just happens. It's sad.
It's sad, but you have to kind of know your people, like you said, Rose.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that was helpful. I don't know if we even gave any advice, but we feel you.
I guess. I feel like kind of we did.
Yeah. I don't know if it's what she wanted to hear, but
well, we love you regardless.
Yes. Well, I think that concludes our happy hour. Thank you guys so much for spending this last hour or so with us. We had so much fun. And as always, feel free to like, subscribe, share this podcast with your friends and family and anyone you think might love it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You can find us at Drinks on Us Pod, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Highly recommend at least watching the YouTube dance session we had. And if you guys did not know, this is our second to last episode for 2023. So hopefully you enjoyed this. We have a really fun grand finale for our end of 2023. So we just wanted to thank you guys for being along on this journey. Hopefully you guys benefited or just like felt less alone in this ever like growing world of social media. So I just wanted to toast a cheers to the Christmas season, to social media, and to enjoying Vegas. Rye, I'm so excited for you. You're gonna have so much fun in your cute little bow croquet life, croquet era.
I think croquet is like a game that you play with a ball.
I think I'm saying it wrong.
I think you might be. We'll look it up.
Okay, well, you guys know what I mean. But we will see you one more time, same place next week. Cheers.
Cheers. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Jojoba.
Jojoba.